Welcome everybody, it's Romero 17. Today I'm going to be showing you all the subs in UFC 4 at the moment. Right now I'm going to go with John Jones. First things up, I'm going to show you guys how to initiate the flying triangle from over under when you're in the dominant position with the body lock. Once you're already here, all you have to do is press L2, R1 and square, and you're going to be able to hit a flying triangle. Be aware that all submissions in the clinch can be denied with R2. It's just going to be a matter of your timing. This is a joint submission, so keep that in mind when you try to initiate this. If your opponent gets you an over-under and you're worried about the flying triangle, not to worry. Once you get put into over-under, the moment you see them try to pull guard, just hold R2 and time it correctly. Next up is going to be the flying armbar. You just have to initiate the clinch with the R1 lead hand input. And from there, L2, R1 and square, and you're going to be able to get this flying armbar. I don't think it needs to be said that this is going to be a joint submission. Now to deny this flying armbar, all you have to do is the moment you see them initiate the single collar and you're concerned about the flying armbar, the moment they pop themselves up, you're just going to time R2 against it. Now every fighter has this. It's definitely a certain specific list of fighters that have access to this flying armbar, so you don't have to worry too much when somebody initiates a single hard clinch. But yeah, it's going to be R2 to deny the flying armbar. Up next, this is going to be the clinch submission that everybody pretty much hates right now. It's you drive your opponent into the fence. Once you see the underhook is there, you're going to circle behind your underhook, and to initiate the backpack, you're going to press R1 and square. And when you want to go for the submission, you're just going to press R1 and square again. Be aware that if you duck your opponent's forward moving strike and you manage to take their back from initiating the clinch from that action, it's going to be L2, R1 and square. Now in order to deny the backpack, you don't want to get put in the backpack position is what you want to avoid. Because once you're in the rear naked choke, you have to have a stamina advantage and press X in order to kind of slam them onto the mat and only get put in back sitting. But as you can see right there, as Aljamain Sterling's hand comes up, I'm going to time holding R2 against it, and it's going to deny him from taking the backpack, and therefore I'm not going to get subbed. I'm safe here. Alright, next up, the final submission for this video. It's going to be initiating the guillotine from tie clinch. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get into tie clinch? So this is how you do it. Once you initiate the clinch, if you're the one that has initiated, you're going to throw a knee, and right there you're in tie clinch. And then to initiate the guillotine, it's going to be L2, R1 and square. And if you have the ability to, you're going to be able to pull guard with the guillotine. Just be aware that if you pull guard a little bit too soon, it's going to be a lot easier for your opponent to hit that counter prompt and hit the Von Flue choke and then submit you. So, you know, choose your battles wisely. You can choose to stand up with it or pull guard. There's also another way that you can get into the guillotine from the clinch. You can also do this against the cage. If you clinch somebody and press them up against the cage and you have that underhook, if you press R1 and square after you've initiated the single collar, as I'm going to show you right here again, initiate the clinch, get into dominant single under from initiating R1 and square, and from that position I'm going to press L2, R1 and square. It's going to initiate this guillotine. I press X to pull guard. Now in order to deny that guillotine, the timing is a lot stricter than the other ones. This one's going to take a lot of practice, so definitely practice with your friends. But as you can see right there, right before Aljamain Sterling was able to cinch up that guillotine, I timed my R2 denial, and I was out of there. But yeah, this is Romero 17. This is the submissions for UFC 4 in the clinch. Any other questions, feel free to drop it into the comment section. I'm out of here.